My best friend got a boyfriend. Said he pretty cute and he wanna be a husband. Get a ring, but one knee, boy. Don't just talk about it, better walk it out, boy. Everybody got that ring by spring, yeah. Graduating in my rest degree. Gonna get dressed up, gonna stand by your side. And I'm probably gonna cry. But
Hello, welcome to a new segment of the show. It's Purposeful Couple Series. On the show today, we have an amazing couple, a God-fearing couple who loves God and are passionate about the kingdom. On today's episode on the show, they are going to be sharing with us insights from their purposeful journey. Welcome with me on the show, Mr. and Mrs. Ephraim Awe.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you, sir, for
God bless.
coming. How did you meet each other?
A pastor friend of mine runs a ministry somewhere. She hosted me as a guest. So on getting there, I saw my wife in the choir. She was actually sitting at the front row of the choir and she was looking beautiful. And then I was still single and searching, trusting God for my own partner. And so, having seen what I liked, I didn't know how to begin to talk to her because it was during this program. So I had to calm down. And I went back to the group chat of the ministry because I was a member of the group chat. From there, I accessed my wife. And then we started chatting, 1 year in, 1 year out.
Alright. How did you say yes to him? How did you say yes to him?
Okay. The process of saying yes was very long though. So when he declared an intention to me, I took him to my spiritual father, Pastor Ebenezer, because he has been my coach when it comes to relationship, pastor in Christ Apostolic Church. So I took him there for interview. He faced his interview, and I also prayed. He gave me some Bible verse to pray, and apart from being spiritual, the physical conviction was that I had inner peace with him in the relationship. There was this inner peace, we flow well. Anytime I'm around him, I feel very happy, and that joy was there. So, through that process, found out that I'm convinced that this man is for me. I said yes.
Yeah. So how did you get to know that this is the partner? This is like no more going forward searching and all. This is where I want to pitch my tent.
Alright, so to be blunt,
Alright.
at the beginning, I was attracted by the outward appearance because I'm a man of choice. I believe God has the best for me. So I went for a beautiful woman. And because I find that peace, because that was not my first relationship, but that peace I've been looking for, I never found in any other lady until I met her. So I had no choice. I have to go ahead and pitch my tent.
Alright, sir. Thank you so much. So one thing I got from the both of you is looking out for that inner peace, looking out for how peaceful you are with whoever you want to, settle down with. So can you tell us about your understanding of couples?
Alright, purpose, the wise man says, the essence of living is to live a life of purpose. So when we talk about purpose, we're talking about targets, something you intend to achieve, a result of something you were doing.
So Ma, can you tell us when and how you discovered God's purpose for your life?
Okay. I discovered God purpose for my life when I was little coming up, like in secondary school. I found out that I had this passion to work for God and to save souls, to bring people to Christ. And I love singing. I think that is one purpose for me into God ministry. Yes, I love singing, and when I discovered it young, I joined the youth children choir before I got moved to the adult choir. So I think discovering God purpose for my life, it was very very young. It's very very I discovered it very very young, and I'm still working towards it by the grace of God.
Alright. Okay, over to you, sir. I want to tell us how you discovered purpose.
Okay, I discovered my purpose while I was young too, around several years ago in primary school. I looked at my family, looked at my environment, and looked at a few things, even at that young age, and I didn't like some things. And even though as a kid, I just believed that it is possible to establish the opposite of what I was seeing that I didn't like. Though I didn't know how to go about it. Because when I considered my background and several other things, I was like, but I still believe I can establish the opposite. So my purpose is that I don't like seeing people suffering, people confused, people sick, people poor. I don't like seeing stuff like that. So when I discovered that I have a passion towards helping people out of these things, that's my purpose of living.
So, having discovered yourself, when did you start working on it? You mentioned you joined the choir, the youth
Yeah.
choir, the adult choir, and
Yeah.
all. So, are you still in the choir? Do you still sing? Do you plan to release a song or start a concert or something? How did you start to fulfill your purpose? Like, what's the long term vision to?
I'm still in the choir presently. When I
Okay.
got married, I joined my husband's church choir. I still sing. I still have more vision concerning my singing career. Because I know through singing, not only preaching, not only educating people, but through singing, you can still bring people to Christ. You can still fulfill the purpose of bringing people to the kingdom of God through singing. So I pray God help me more and provide for me to increase more in my purpose and to fulfill it.
So, sir, when did you start? How did you start helping people? How did you know that this is how I want to start helping people?
I didn't know how to go about beginning to help people. But what I began to do was I started doing it my way, anyhow I could. No, but though it was a negative way, like trying to use people to help people, trying to harm people to help people, I involved into a lot of dubiousness, misbehaviors, and all that, trying to see how I can help my family, help the society, but it wasn't working. So a good thing happened in my life that I discovered the calling of God. Because even while I was living, I've tried all kinds of things, tried all kinds of things that I may not be able to mention now, but I couldn't help my passion. That purpose I needed to achieve that made me to dabble into all these things. I find that it wasn't working until I found God. I discovered that with my strength, I couldn't do it until I found God.
Okay, so as a couple, is there a purpose match? Like, do you think your purpose match each other? And if there is, tell us how exactly.
Okay, there is a purpose match between I and my wife in the sense that my wife is passionate about people's well-being. Yeah, apart from her singing ministry, she also don't like it when people are not happy, when people are sad, suffering, stranded. It hurts them. So it hurts her. So looking at that, I observe that we have a purpose match.
Where do you think your husband is, his own ministry is helping your own ministry to grow and all that?
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a GO of the church,
Okay.
and every preacher needs a singer.
Very.
You understand? So he's going to preach to bring people to Christ. And by the grace of God, I'm going to sing to bring people to Christ. I think that's a purpose match for the
Like,
ministry.
what's the vision of your family as a couple? Ma-
Okay. The vision of family as a couple is to help bring people to God. Yes, that's it. That's our purpose of living, to help bring lost souls to Christ. Because we are created for that purpose and we should be able to work together to achieve that purpose through the help of God.
Alright, thank you. But maybe in the future, one person decides to, relax and just say the other person, the proposal will just be following you. Do you think it's going to affect how, how far the other couple will go?
It's not going to be funny, and that will also defy the covenant of marriage because A man should understand that my wife needs to succeed. And the Bible made it very clear that the woman was created to come and help. So I don't see any essence why one person would decide to back off. If you back off, whatever makes you to back off will have to be worked on. Maybe you are discouraged, you are angry, you are tired of doing it, but we work it out. Even if it means bleeding, whatever it will take, it will have to go back.
All right. Thank you, sir. Can you give a word of advice to the singles who are still waiting for a partner? Wow.
Okay. My little advice for the single is when you're looking for a partner, the first thing you look for in a partner is the fear of God. If you look at God in the life of that person, I think you get everything you're looking for. And don't expect a perfect person. When you're going to marriage, don't expect a perfect person and have the heart of forgiveness. I know I'm new into marriage, but there are many things you see, many things you see in a relationship. And if you think you just want to back up because of that, you don't know the next thing you're going to see in another relationship. You don't expect a perfect person. Be ready to learn and to work on your partner. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. So I have something to do, like a very short game. I call it the couples game. So I'm going to ask a question, and if you know that you are the person, you just show us that me. If you know he's the person, you just show us him. So if it's you show us me, and if it's him, you show us.
Okay,
So yeah,
okay.
do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. So it's just a quick. So the first question is, among these two purposeful couples, who prays more? Who prays more? So show us your answer. Wow, glory! So we have a prayerful mama in the house. My celebrate you, ma.
Thank you.
So who eats more? Who eats more? So the answers are conflicting. Who really eats more? Okay, all right. So the next question: who is more observant? Who is more observant? Okay, the both of you are more observant. Are very observant. Okay, so who talks the most? Like who is more outspoken? All right, that's amazing. So the final question: who socializes the more? Like who makes friends? Who interacts more? Who? Wow! That's an amazing combination. So I celebrate the two amazing couple, Mr. and Mrs. Awa. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank
You
you.
for sharing your insight on purpose. Thank you for the wisdom that you shared with us on my Purpose Talk show. Thank you.
God bless you.
You're welcome.
So that was Purpose interview, Purposeful Couple series, first episode with Mr. and Mrs. Awa. I hope you were blessed. I hope you got something. Thank you for watching today's episode on the show.
My best friend got a boyfriend, said he pretty cute and he wanna be your husband. Get a ring, but one knee, boy. Don't just talk about it, better walk it out, boy. Everybody got that ring by spring, yeah. Graduating in my rest degree, gonna get dressed up, gonna stand by your side, and I'm probably gonna cry.